Have you ever told other people about something big you wanted to do? And then, did you notice what happened afterward? Sometimes, the more we talk about our dreams, the harder they become to turn into reality. The story I am about to tell about a character named Pama will help you understand why. Pama was a young man living in a small village, carrying many dreams and big plans in his heart. Time and again, he came up with new ideas, like opening a shop, learning pottery, or building something for his future. But Pama had one hard-to-break habit. Before taking action, he would always tell everyone about his plans. That excitement became the starting point of a repeated cycle of failure in his life. Whenever Pama came up with a new plan, he would excitedly tell the people around him before ever taking the first step. Their praise, approval, and hopeful looks filled him with excitement. Deep inside, he felt happy and proud, as if he were already getting close to success. But that early sense of satisfaction quietly stole away his real motivation to act. By the next day, his enthusiasm had already begun to fade, and the plan remained nothing more than a thought in his mind. Time after time, Pama let his dreams slip away simply because he spoke about them too soon. The habit of talking about every plan before even starting stayed with Pama for many years. Again and again, he would excitedly paint grand visions of the future, receive praise from those around him, and then abandon everything before doing any real work. At first, Pama comforted himself by thinking he simply needed more time. But as the years passed, he began to feel increasingly ashamed and discouraged. Watching others move forward step by step, while he remained stuck in the same place, made his heart feel heavier each day. Pama could not understand why he always had dreams and enthusiasm, yet his life never seemed to change. Slowly, he began to feel trapped by his own words. One heavy-hearted afternoon, Pama sat quietly beside the village's old well, carrying the weight of his unfinished dreams and growing disappointment. At that moment, an elder approached him and gently asked what was troubling him. After listening to Pama pour out everything in his heart, the old man did not criticize him. He simply smiled and invited Pama to come to the small garden behind his house the next morning. There, he handed Pama 2 seeds. One seed was carefully buried in the soil and covered well, while the other was placed on a rock, left exposed for everyone to see. From that simple image, a deep and meaningful lesson began to unfold before Pama's eyes. Many days passed, and Pama often returned to the elder's garden to observe the 2 seeds. He was surprised to see that the seed buried in the soil had slowly begun to sprout, and with each passing week, it grew a little more in silence. In contrast, the seed left on the rock remained exposed under the sun, drying out over time, and was even pecked away piece by birds. After a few weeks, a healthy young plant stood in the soil, while the other seed had disappeared completely. That striking contrast left Pama silent in deep thought. Standing before the 2 seeds, with completely different fates, Pama slowly began to understand what the elder was trying to teach him. The old man gently explained that a person's dreams are much like a tiny seed. When they are still fragile, they need to be kept in silence, protected in darkness, and nurtured with steady patience each day. If they are exposed too early through boasting or bold declarations, they can lose their strength before they ever have the chance to grow. The elder also explained that when we talk too much about our plans, the mind can easily confuse words with real achievement, making us feel as though we have already succeeded. And because of that, the fire to take action slowly fades away. Hearing this, Pama fell silent because he realized that for all those years, this was exactly how he had been losing his dreams. After truly absorbing the elder's lesson, Pama decided to completely change the way he lived. He no longer went around telling everyone about his big plans, like before. Instead, he chose silence and simply began. Pama set himself a simple goal: to build a wooden chair with his own hands. Every day after finishing his work, he would quietly go to a small corner to carve, saw, fix mistakes, and learn from each error. Some days he felt excited, while on others he was completely exhausted. But this time he did not give up. When the first chair was finally finished, Palmer experienced real pride for the first time, not from praise, but from the result of his own actions. From then on, he kept making tables, shelves, and stools, gradually becoming a skilled craftsman in the village. Palmer came to understand that results always speak louder than promises. If you learned something from Palmer's story, comment 9